When it comes to building websites, I'm a bit of a fan of Reloom because it does speed up the process of the whole wireframing, getting the sort of sitemap in place and kind of envisaging what you're going to get as an end result. It's a great starting point to be able to share with clients to get their feedback before you actually start physically building the overall design. There's lots of other benefits to using it, and we're going to take a look at a new feature that they've recently added, actually like this week. There's the new design tab that opens up even more possibilities. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos, you can check out those in this playlist here, but stick with me as we go through these new features because I think they are definitely worth taking a look at. So once you log into your account, you're probably going to get this new introducing the design view, smarter style guides, generation of new components. You can learn more if you want to, or you can close this down. What I want to look at is the new design options. So let's open up a project that we previously created. And this is what we get. So we've created the project. I've covered this in previous videos, so I'm not going to go over everything, but a quick TLDR. There's 3 main stages to how you work with creating your design. The sitemap, which is where you kind of put in the AI information about what you want to create, tell it how many pages and so on, hit the generate sitemap, and it will create a sitemap for you, which is fully editable. You can edit, delete, add sections in, all those kinds of good things. Then there's the wireframe stage, which takes all the sitemap that you've set up and then converts that into a designed wireframe. It's a low fidelity setup, so you can easily see and edit exactly what's going on. So you can easily edit any section inside this overall design. Then recently they opened up the style guide, which as its name suggests, takes what you've created inside that sitemap and wireframe, allows you to create color combinations, typography combinations, and some basic UI styling, rounded corners, square corners, those kinds of things, and then gives you a visual representation of that setup. You can create additional concepts, and then you can pitch those concepts to a client, and you can see we can have multiple different concepts inside here. All this is super useful, but there was always one thing that kind of felt like a limitation. You can only ever have one page, and generally your home page, as the sort of pitch and the design that you have here. With the new design tab, which is still in beta at the moment, that has been updated. Let's jump over into the design section. This will then go and take a look at our sitemap and wireframes and our style guide, all those 3 sections, and build out the full design for us. It will still retain those placeholders unless we've changed something inside the actual design, and we can do all of that inside the new design tab. So this opens up even more possibilities. Now, before I go any further, for the keyboard warriors that's going to be there going, but Paul, the designs are boring, I don't, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Doesn't really matter. If you think the designs are boring, don't use it. Use your own skills and design from the ground up. Perfectly fine, no problem at all. Save your time from typing this message out, get back to designing. Second thing is, this is a starting point. No one is saying that what you create here should be the final end result. If it's not as interactive or as animated or as kind of design feature rich as you want it to be, use it as a starting point and then go to town on your final design. If this gets you 30% of the way there, that's still 30% of the time you saved over doing all of these stages manually. However, for a lot of projects, the reality is there's nothing wrong with the types of design that they create here. You can still get creative and add in your own custom design flair to those end results. So just bear that in mind before you start typing out your messages and moaning in the comment section. So now we have a fully fledged design setup using the wireframe and the style guides. Now, if we want to, we can easily come into any of these and start customizing or changing any of the elements. So let's say we take a look at this page here and we think, I don't really want to have 3 dark sections together. Well, let's select that section and change the color scheme. So there's our scheme using the color scheme we've set up in our style guide. Let's say we want this to be the lighter variation, and now that will update accordingly. Pretty cool. Want to change the image? Not a problem. We don't have to stick with no image whatsoever. We can just select the section, come back out, customize this if you want it to be a video or whatever, change the layout inside you if you want to. So say, for example, you want to have something more like this. Well, select it. There you go. Add your image in so you can upload an image from wherever. One thing I would like to see here, and it would be so much easier, is to be able to have the project and the images you have associated with that project already are available inside a media library of sorts, so we don't have to upload every single time. There you go. The image now has been placed in there. You can easily still come in and you can make changes to the text. You can still double click inside here. You can edit the text. You can use the AI features to make changes to this. You can make it global. All the options you have in most of the other sections are available inside the design tab. So now you can spend a little bit more time, flesh out the overall designs, change the color schemes tying into this color schemes you've set up inside your style guide, make changes there, and everywhere will reflect it anyway. So you can make global changes super quick and easy. This now just gives you another step towards that sort of getting your client to sign off the project, and then you can start physically building it yourself. The other cool thing is they've added in 80 different components. In other words, different design sections. They're also available inside the Figma setup, so you can easily take this from here, transition it into Figma, carry on making your changes should you want to. And if you're a Webflow user, you could easily then just convert this over to a Webflow site, and you are pretty much off to the races. Make the changes inside there, whatever you need. But I do still think this opens up a lot more possibilities to get closer to that final design over what we had before, where we just had the sitemap, wireframe, and style guide, where we were kind of limited to just that one instance of the design with the color scheme, the images, and so on. We now have the design tab that allows us to go to town and create whatever we want with any of these different sections. Personally, I think that's super cool and really, really useful. I just wanted to show you how it all works, and then you can try it yourself. Now, if you are a Reloom user, have you tried this? Is this new to you? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. If you're not a Reloom user, well, let me know anyway what your thoughts are on this. Is this one more reason why you would or wouldn't use it? Let me know. All comments welcome. Just keep them polite. As always, all applicable links are down below. They're not affiliated. I have no affiliation with Reloom whatsoever. I get no money from them at all. This is just my opinion on a tool that I think is worth taking a look at and potentially adding into your toolbox. As always, my name is Paul C. This is WPTuts, and until next time, take care.